Hello and welcome to the Coding Bytes. I am Abhishek Parmar, and in this video we are going to solve TCS technical MCQs which were asked on 26 October 2020 in slot 2. So the first question is, you are given this declaration and you have to tell here P is, and there are four options. The option A is pointer, option B array of pointer, option C float, and option D pointer to array of float. So here as you can see, P has a star symbol, which means it is going to be a pointer, but there are four options, and in the third option you can see there is a float. And after looking at this declaration, you can say C is not going to be the answer. So from A, B and D, now P is going to be pointer. So our answer may be A, B and D. But as you can see, there is a subscript operator here which is basically used for an array. So you can say B and D option has array. So this is going to be related with a pointer and array. So basically this declaration is used for pointer to array of float. So our right answer is pointer to array of float. Now the next question is, what will be the output of the following program? So this is a Java code. So you will have to look at this particular code and you will have to tell the output. So here first of all, there is an import statement which is nothing but importing the libraries. And after that we have public class main. So this is all okay. And then we have public static void main string args. And inside this, first of all, we are creating an array list having name temp array list, and this array list will hold all the integers. Now using the method add, we are adding the element 30 in this array list. And similarly, we are adding 20, 10, 40, 50. So total 5 elements we are adding in this temp array list. And then in this line, we are sorting this array list in reverse order. As you can see, the method is collections.sort. So inside this method, the argument is collection.reverse order. So because of this particular argument, our array list will be sorted in reverse order. Now the next statement, collections.sort, which is similar to the previous statement, so nothing will change. Now after that, we are using system.println and displaying the value of temp array list. So this will display the modified array list on the console. So our output should be 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Now as you can see, our output is 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. So in these type of questions, you will have to type your answer in the given box. Now moving to the next question, what is the function rewind? So there are four options: setting file pointer at the end of file, setting file pointer anywhere in the file, setting file pointer at the beginning of the file, setting file pointer at the end of the line. So this function basically set the file pointer at the beginning of the file. So our answer is going to be C option. Now in the next question, consider following variable declarations. So we are given three declarations. First one is float num1, second is short num2, and then long num3. So what is the data type of num1 minus num3 divided by num2? So as you can see, in all these three declarations, float has the highest range, which means it can store the value of maximum range. And also num1 is going to be used in this expression. So our output will also be of float type, and that is why our answer is float. Now moving to the next question. So what will be the output of the following program? Now again, there is a Java program and you will have to look at this particular program and you will have to find the output. So first of all, we have abstract class shape. So this is a class which is abstract by nature, and in this class we have a method which is also abstract named disp. And then we have class triangle, which is extending this shape class, and this class is overriding the method disp and it is printing triangle. Because shape class was abstract, so it was necessary to override this particular method disp. Now after that, we have another class rectangle, which is extending the triangle class, which means this class and not shape. Now this class is also overriding disp method, but here as you can see, the method was final in triangle class, which means when we use final keyword with any method, then that particular method cannot be overridden. So here we will get a compilation error for overriding this method. So you do not have to look at complete code, and after looking at this particular method, you can directly say that your answer is going to be the compile time error, which is correct answer. Now moving to the next question, construct post order traversal for the constructed tree with the given in order and post order traversals. So you are given in order and pre order traversal of the binary tree, and you will have to find the post order traversal. So there are 4 options given here. So to solve such kind of question, first of all, we will construct a binary tree and then we will find the post-order traversal. Now whenever we have to find the post-order traversal or any type of traversal, so first of all we draw a binary tree using given 2 order traversals. So as you already know, in order traversal means first of all the left will be accessed, then root node will be accessed, and then right node will be accessed. And similarly in pre-order traversal, first of all root node will be accessed and then left and then right. So using these particular 2 statements, we are going to draw a tree and then we will find a post-order traversal. So as you can see in pre-order traversal, the first term is root, which means the first term in the pre-order traversal is always going to be the root of the tree. So we will take 6 as the root of the tree. Now this root node is going to have a left child and a right child. So for finding left and right subtree, we will go to the in-order traversal and we will look for the number 6. Now in in-order traversal, root is between left and right. So we can say 9, 7 and 10 are going to be on the left side of this root 6 and 8 is going to be on the right side. So from the numbers 9, 7 and 10, we will have to find which is going to be the root. Now for that particular task, we again go to the pre-order traversal and as you can see 7 is coming before 9 and 10. So 7 is going to be the root of the left subtree, and as you can see 8 was the only number which was on the right hand side of the 6. So 8 is going to be present here. Now from the numbers 9, 7 and 10, we are done with the 7 number and now 9 and 10 are remaining. So obviously 9 and 10 are going to be the child of 7. But to find which one is going to be on the left and which one is going to be the right, we will again look at the pre-order traversal. So in pre-order traversal, as you can see 9 is coming before 10. So 9 is going to be the root of the subtree. So based on the information given, our tree is going to be look like this. Now our next task is to find the post-order traversal of this particular tree. And for finding the post-order traversal, we have a trick. So in that particular trick, first of all, we will draw a symbol like this. Now after drawing these symbols, what we have to do is we will have to start from this end. We will have to cross all these symbols and then we will get our post-order traversal. So as you can see, first of all, we reached 9. So 9 is going to be the first element and then we reach 10. So 10 is going to be the next element and then we cut 7. So 7 is going to be after this and then 8 and 6. So this is going to be our post-order traversal for this particular binary tree. And as you can see, our first option was 9, 10, 7, 8, 6, which is correct answer. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Now if you want to practice more such questions, you can visit our website www.prepdrive.in. The link is also given in the description box. And if you are new on this channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you never miss any update. Thanks for watching.